Yeah, but that's it overall, man. I mean, like I said, I've had it too long. I was thinking about keeping it, and I do want to keep it. But my wife keeps telling me, she's like, you don't really need it, and she's right. I got a lot of projects. I got a couple bikes in there, but in my other cars, um, let's take it for a drive. Maybe you get a better idea. I just would want you to feel more comfortable. Like I always thought, like you take these off, sand them down, and do whatever, or even replace them. And I threw some aluminum cleaner on these, and they cleaned up pretty nice. The front tires, like I said, the front wheels. You probably want to get wider wheels because they're tucked in. They're kind of, that's how they came factory. But if you were to get some wider wheels, those wheels, I tried putting aluminum cleaner on them and scrubbing them, and they're permanently that color, I think. But originally they're that color. Let's go for a little drive. Like I said, this thing drives like a boat. It's super smooth, but you can tell maybe in the near future it needs shocks because it hits a bump and it feels like you're on the ocean. But it doesn't stumble or anything. Motor's quiet. It rides like an old vehicle. But probably some of the better riding vehicles I've had. It's old, but you step on it in the residential area, but I'll take it out to the highway, get a little bit of an idea. And you put the AC on, it doesn't surge or anything like that. It doesn't surge for power. The brakes feel a little touchy. I think, like I said, I mean, they work fine. They stop. I hear a little bit of a scratching on that side, so I'm pretty sure, like I said, it's either it needs brakes or the brake master cylinder. But yeah, that's about it. Here, I'll bring it on the highway for you. That way you can see that it gets to step it when it needs to. Don't want to do that. Oh, I'm getting a call. But yeah, look, it's going. It's moving. But yeah, man, I mean, it drives fine. Shit's fine. It doesn't have any weird noises to it. I've only had it for about a month. And, I got it running down at my father-in-law's shop. We work on diesel trucks down there. And, yeah, I mean, I got it on from a client that got it from the first owners. There were a Japanese family that had it his whole life. So the original pink slip comes from from the dealer itself. It's one of those old 90s. It was one owner van, and they were a family friend of his. They gave it to him, and he brought it to the shop, and he didn't know what to do with it. So he's like, "You want it?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll take it." Traded him for some work, and I got it. I've been working on it here and there, put a new fuel pump in it, and I mean, I like it. I think it has a lot of potential. It definitely needs and unless you're happy with the way it looks. But I have an idea. I wanted wider wheels and maybe some cool decals and give it that vibe. But I tell my wife I wanted to do a 70s vibe, and she's like, you got more of that homeless man vibe instead of 70s.